Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this historic and solemn ceremony at the General Military Academy in Spain. Today, we witness a significant moment in the life of the Princess of Asturias, Princess Leonor. As she prepared to swear the flag, just as her father, King Felipe, did in 1985. The ceremony marks the culmination of her first stage of military training. Alongside Princess Leonor, a new class of cadets from the General Military Academy is present here today. These young men and women belong to the General Quartermaster, the Polytechnic Engineer. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for a momentous occasion, event that resonates with tradition, honor, and commitment. On this auspicious day, a ceremony presided over by the King Felipe and the Queen Letizia of Spain. It is a ceremony steeped in history and significance, as it mirrors a solemn rite that took place nearly 4 decades ago. In the spotlight of this grand occasion stands the Princess of Asturias, none other than Princess Leonor herself. Today, she will undertake a solemn duty, a duty that echoes the footsteps of her father, King Felipe, back in the year 1985. Princess Leonor will take the oath, swear her allegiance, and pledge her life to Spain as she kisses the flag of her nation. Her promise is one of unwavering dedication to the defense of Spain and its constitutional order, a pledge that resonates deeply with the core values of the Spanish monarchy. But Princess Leonor is not alone in this solemn act of devotion. By her side, a new class of cadets from the General Military Academy shall stand, bound by their shared commitment. These young men and women represent the Journal, Quartermaster, and Polytechnic Engineering Corps of the Army, along with the esteemed members of the Civil Guard.
La bandera se desplazará al centro del patio para que el excelentísimo señor don Manuel Pérez López, general director de la Academia General Militar, tome el juramento o promesa ante la bandera a los nuevos caballeros y damas cadetes.
Princess Leonor's journey towards this solemn day has been one marked by dedication and sacrifice. On August 17, she embarked upon the path of military training at the General Military Academy, a path that would prepare her for the responsibilities she now embraces.
Caballeros y damas cadetes del primer batallón, presenten. ¡Vamos!
Caballeros y damas cadetes, juráis o prometéis vuestro juramento o promesa, España os lo agradecerá y premiará, y si no, os lo demandará. Caballeros y damas cadetes, ¡viva España! ¡Viva! ¡Viva el rey!
Princess Leonor, future Queen of Spain, takes the solemn oath before the flag, just as her father, King Felipe, did in 1985.
La bandera se desplaza a su posición para recibir el refrendo del juramento o promesa.
Ladies and gentlemen, preparing towards this solemn day has embarked upon the path of military training at the General Military Academy, a path that would prepare her for the responsibilities she now embraces. On September 19, she received her officer's sabre alongside 560 newly admitted cadets who, like her, have embarked on a noble quest to serve their nation. The flag oath ceremony is a ceremony of profound significance for every soldier, a moment when their commitment to Spain is sealed
Su
with
Alteza
a
Real,
kiss
la
upon the
Princesa de
flag.
Asturias y 410 caballeros y damas cadetes refrendarán con un beso a la bandera su juramento o promesa.
For the knights and lady cadets gathered here today, the General Military Academy's flag represents a sacred trust. And now the moment we've all been waiting for has arrived. As the Princess of Asturias Princess Leonor, future Queen of Spain, takes the solemn oath before the flag, just as her father, King Felipe, did in 1985. The Princess of Asturias, Princess Leonor, future Queen of Spain, takes the solemn oath before the flag, just as her father, King Felipe, did in 1985. The flag oath ceremony is a ceremony of profound significance for every soldier, a moment when their commitment to Spain is sealed with a kiss upon the flag. This symbolizes their willingness to defend their homeland, even at the cost of their own lives. For the knights and lady cadets gathered here today, the General Military Academy's flag represents a sacred trust, a legacy that dates back to 1886, when it was commissioned by Queen Maria Christiana of Habsburg and lovingly embroidered by Spanish artisans of the time. Its history is intertwined with the very fabric of Spain's military heritage. Since that historic day in 1886, more than 29,000 officers of the Army, Civil Guard, and Common Corps of the Armed Forces have recently kissed this flag, forever sealing their unwavering commitment to the great nation of Spain. Today we witness the continuation of this time-honored tradition, as Princess Leonor and her fellow cadets stand before us to pledge their allegiance to Spain. This ceremony is a testament to the enduring values that bind this nation together: honor, duty, and patriotism. May this moment serve as a source of inspiration and pride for all who witness it, as we join together to celebrate the legacy and future of Spain. Long live the Princess of Asturias! Long live Spain! Father King Felipe did in Princess of Asturias, Princess Leonor of Spain swore the flag, as her father King Felipe did in 1985, with a new class of cadets from the General Military Academy. Spain's King Felipe and Queen Letizia presided over the flag oath ceremony. The new cadets verify the oath or promise before the flag, belong to the General Quartermaster and Polytechnic Engineering Corps of the Army, as well as the Civil Guard. In this act, the most important of their military careers, the future officers of the Army and the Civil Guard publicly ratify their commitment to fulfill their military obligations in relation to the defense of Spain and its constitutional order. On August 17, the Princess of Asturias entered the General Military Academy to complete the first stage of studies corresponding to her military training. On September 19, she received the officer's sabre along with 560 newly admitted cadets for access to the officer scale of the General Quartermasters and Polytechnic Engineer Corps of the Army, as well as the Civil Guard Corps. For every soldier, the flag oath act is undoubtedly the most important of their entire professional life. In it, with a kiss on the flag, the oath or promise to defend Spain is materialized, even at the cost of one's own life. The knights and lady cadets take their oath on the flag of the General Military Academy. The making of our flag was commissioned by Queen Maria Cristina of Habsburg, widow of Her Majesty King Alfonso XII, and was embroidered by Spanish artists of the time. The delivery took place on July 17, 1886 in the Alcazar of Toledo, the initial headquarters of the General Military Academy in its first period. Since then, more than 29,000 officers of the Army, Civil Guard, and Common Corps of the Armed Forces have kissed this cloth, thus sealing their commitment to Spain. Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Asturias, Leonor de Bourbon, is the eldest daughter of their Majesties King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia. She was born in Madrid on 31 October 2005. Her grandparents at her christening were her paternal grandparents, their Majesties King Juan Carlos and Queen Sofia. She became the heir to the throne on the proclamation of her father as king on 19 June 2014. Pursuant to Article 57(2) of the Constitution, she holds the title of Princess of Asturias as well as the titles of Princess of Girona and Princess of Viana. Corresponding to the firstborn of the Kingdom of Castile, the throne of Aragon, and the Kingdom of Navarre, whose union formed the Spanish monarchy in the 16th century. She also holds the title of Duchess of Montblanc, Countess of Saravera, and Lady of Balaguer. Hello and welcome to our channel, where we bring you the latest news and updates from around the world. Today we have a special report on a historic event that took place in Spain, where the Princess of Asturias, Princess Leonor, swore the flag, following the footsteps of her father, King Felipe. The Princess of Asturias is the heir to the Spanish throne and the eldest daughter of King Felipe and Queen Letizia. She is 17 years old and has been studying at the General Military Academy since August 17 as part of her military training. The General Military Academy is a prestigious institution that trains the future officers of the Army and the Civil Guard. On September 29, the Princess of Asturias participated in the ceremony of the flag oath, along with 560 other cadets who belonged to the General, Quartermaster, and Polytechnic Engineering Corps of the Army, as well as the Civil Guard. The ceremony was presided over by King Felipe and Queen Letizia, who proudly witnessed their daughter's solemn act of loyalty to Spain and its constitutional order. The flag oath is the most important and emotional moment for a soldier's career, as it symbolizes their commitment to defend Spain, even at the cost of their own life. The cadets swear or promise before the flag of the General Military Academy, which was commissioned by Queen Maria Christiana of Habsburg in 1886 and has been kissed by more than 29,000 officers since then. The Princess of Asturias followed the same protocol as her father, who swore the flag in 1985 when he was also 16 years old and a cadet at the General Military Academy. She wore the same uniform as the other cadets, with a white shirt, a blue tie, a grey jacket and trousers, and a black beret. She also carried a sabre, which she received on September 19, along with other newly admitted cadets. The ceremony began with the arrival of the royal family, who were greeted by the Minister of Defense, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Chief of the Army Staff, and the Director of the General Military Academy. They then proceeded to the parade ground, where the flag of the General Military Academy was waiting for them, guarded by 4 cadets. The king and the queen took their seats in the presidential stand, while the Princess of Asturias joined the rest of the cadets in formation. The national anthem was played, followed by a speech of the director of the General Military Academy, who welcomed the new cadets and explained the significance of the flag oath. Then the moment everyone was waiting for arrived. The flag of the General Military Academy was brought to the front of the formation, where the Princess of Asturias was standing. She stepped forward and saluted the flag, then kissed it and said, "I swear to faithfully fulfill the obligations of the military profession, to guard and defend Spain, and its constitutional order with all my strength and, if necessary, to give my life for it. So help me God. She then returned to her position and saluted the king, who nodded in approval. The same procedure was repeated by other cadets, one by one, until all of them had sworn or promised before the flag. The ceremony concluded with a parade of the cadets, who marched past the royal family and the authorities, while the band played the march of the General Military Academy. This was a historic and memorable day for the Princess of Asturias.
A continuación, como señal de que España acepta su juramento o promesa, los caballeros y damas cadetes y alumnos desfilarán bajo la bandera.
Primer batallón por la derecha de la 3.
Throne of Spain is known as the Princess of Asturias. The Spanish heir to the throne is always given a special title, Prince or Princess of Asturias, to denote their place as first in line to the throne. It is a title that dates back to the late 1300s and has continued to this day. Princess Leonor became the Princess of Asturias on 19 June 2014, following the abdication of her grandfather Juan Carlos and the accession of her father Felipe. In her limited official duties, she accompanies her parents on major royal events and presides over the Princess of Asturias Foundation and the Princess de Girona Foundation, which both host annual award ceremonies. There are other titles as well that are unique to the heir: Princess of Girona, Princess of Viana, Duchess of Mont Blanc, Countess of Cervera, and Lady of Balaguer. In the case of a male heir, these are all modified to male identifiers. The title of Princess of Girona and Princess of Viana are to represent that Leonor is the heir of the kingdoms of Aragon and Navarre respectively. Duchess of Mont Blanc represents that she is the heir of the Principality of Catalina. Countess of Cervera represents that
La bandera se situará en su puesto en formación.
And Lady of Balaguer signifies that she is the heir to the kingdom of Majorca. The first prince of Asturias was Henry III of Castile, who was granted the title by his father John I of Castile. Henry was also given jurisdiction of Asturias as well. The title was chosen as it was the largest area of land that the king could give that had not already been granted, and it also provided the heir with a revenue stream to supplement his income until he came to the throne. When the kingdoms of Aragon and Castile were united, it was determined that the heir would continue to use the title Prince of Asturias. After the Bourbons took over the Spanish throne in the 1700s, they decided to continue using this title as well. When the Spanish monarchy was restored in 1975, it was decided that the heir to the throne would use the title, dormant since the fall of the monarchy in the 1930s.
Alocución del excelentísimo señor don Manuel Pérez López, general director de la Academia General Militar.
Though used by Spanish heirs in pretense in 1977, a royal decree was issued stating that the Prince Felipe would go by the title Prince of Asturias.
Esta vez no solo como mando supremo de las Fuerzas Armadas, sino, junto a Su Majestad la Reina, como padres de la dama cadete Leonor de Borbón-Ortiz. La jura de bandera de Su Alteza Real la Princesa de Asturias en este patio de armas constituye un auténtico honor para esta Academia, para el Ejército de Tierra y para todas las Fuerzas Armadas. Antes de iniciar mi alocución, quiero trasladar mi más afectuoso saludo a las autoridades civiles, académicas, eclesiásticas y militares, a todos nuestros compañeros de armas y a los familiares y amigos de los jurandos que hoy nos acompañan. Permitidme, señor, que dirija mis primeras palabras a las familias y amigos de los jurandos. Queridas familias y amigos, la Academia General Militar se viste hoy con sus mejores galas para celebrar la jura de bandera de los caballeros y damas cadetes de nuevo ingreso. Ellos son los auténticos protagonistas de un acto que les marcará para el resto de sus vidas. No hay acto más importante para un militar que su jura de bandera. Los caballeros y damas cadetes que hoy han realizado su juramento o promesa sienten vuestro orgullo por verles adquirir este trascendental compromiso con España. Sin duda, podéis estar orgullosos de todos y cada uno de ellos. En el escaso tiempo transcurrido desde su llegada, han mostrado su espíritu de sacrificio y su capacidad de adaptación y superación. Han comenzado a percibir e interiorizar el noble compañerismo y la lealtad, como parte de ese espíritu de la general que consolidarán durante su permanencia en esta academia. Todo ello bajo la dirección de sus profesores y con el apoyo de los caballeros y damas de alféreces, cadetes e instructores, que han contribuido a su formación como soldados y han iniciado, con su ejemplo y dedicación, el camino que los convertirá en oficiales. Hoy, además, con el juramento que han prestado, hacen gala de una generosidad. Vuestro compromiso con España. Y ese compromiso lo es todo. Vuestro juramento o promesa implica una gran responsabilidad que solo se puede entender desde un profundo amor a España y desde una generosidad sin parangón. Dar la vida en defensa de España si fuera preciso. Ese es el camino que voluntariamente habéis elegido y para el que os deberéis formar en esta casa, donde ya habéis comenzado a adquirir la necesaria preparación táctica, técnica, física y moral que, sustentadas en los valores de nuestra institución, os permitirá cumplir con ese compromiso. No es un camino exento de sacrificios. Tenéis por delante un exigente periodo de formación. No será fácil, pero os aseguro que tenéis capacidad de sobra para superarlo. Deberéis dar lo mejor de vosotros mismos y para ello vuestra estima. Mantener una buena condición física será parte de vuestra vida y vuestra moral deberá ser inquebrantable, sean cuales sean las circunstancias. Pero os aseguro que si cumplís diariamente como auténticos soldados de España, recibiréis en vuestra vida militar satisfacciones que van más allá de lo imaginable. Concluyo ya con 2 artículos de nuestro decálogo del cadete. El primero, tener un gran amor a la patria y fidelidad al rey. Y el 10º y último, ser valeroso y abnegado. Los deberéis tener presente para poder cumplir el compromiso que habéis adquirido. Compromiso que hace que este general, al igual que vuestras familias, no pueda estar hoy más orgulloso de vosotros. Muchas gracias.
In the 1978 Spanish Constitution, this was formalized. The Constitution stated that the heir apparent or presumptive from birth or event that makes him such will have
prestado juramento.
Ministro de Defensa, Presidente del Gobierno de Aragón, Jefes de Estado Mayor de la Defensa y del Ejército de Tierra, Director General de la Guardia Civil, autoridades civiles y militares, General Director, profesores, alumnos de la Academia General Militar, caballeros y damas cadetes de primer curso y familiares, oficiales, suboficiales y tropas, señoras y señores. En un día como hoy es inevitable que recuerde aquel 11 de octubre de 1900, como hoy la princesa da continuidad a ese juramento junto a una nueva promoción de cadetes. Sentimientos que compartimos con todos aquí. Habéis jurado o prometido cumplir fielmente vuestras obligaciones militares, guardar y hacer guardar la Constitución como norma fundamental del Estado, obedecer y respetar al rey y a vuestros jefes, no abandonarlos nunca y, si preciso fuera, entregar vuestra vida en defensa de España. No hay un compromiso de entrega mayor. Es un juramento o promesa que va más allá de su simbolismo y solemnidad, tan presentes en esta plaza, cargada de tanta historia, del recuerdo de tantas generaciones que os han precedido. Implica un deber personal, moral y legal, que no tiene fecha de vencimiento. Guardaréis este día en vuestra memoria y seguro que también en vuestro corazón. Con nuestra Constitución, con los valores y principios de la norma que garantiza nuestra convivencia democrática y es la máxima actitudes, como también debe estar siempre presente el compañerismo. Seguro que ya lo habéis vivido aquí y comprobado su importancia de forma intensa desde el primer día que llegasteis. La entrega y el apoyo al compañero o compañera siempre, pero especialmente en los momentos más difíciles, y el trabajo en equipo consolidarán los vínculos de unión que caracterizan al estamento militar. Como futuros oficiales, con esos valores bien asentados, caballeros y damas cadetes, os ayudará a tener confianza y a actuar con convicción y valentía. Os animo a esforzaros permanentemente, a mantener la ilusión, a que mejoréis con ambición vuestros conocimientos y capacidades y a que practiquéis estos valores para que vuestra dedicación y entrega tengan siempre como objetivo el mejor servicio a España. Sé que el juramento solemne ante esta bandera y el cariño por esta tierra zaragozana y aragonesa que te acoge formarán parte. Y ahora gritad conmigo: ¡Viva España! ¡Viva! ¡Viva el rey!
Homenaje a los soldados de todos los tiempos encuadrados en los ejércitos de España, que un día lucharon con valor, sirvieron con lealtad y murieron con honor.
Señores banderilleros de la Academia General Militar, rindo homenaje a los que dieron su vida por España.
October is a busy month for Spain's future queen. Amid her military training, the Princess of Asturias will celebrate her 18th birthday with a host of ceremonial and constitutional events occasion. Princess Leonor, Madrid, with guests from the government accompanying her. King Felipe will invest his heir with the collar of the Order of Charles III to mark her birthday. And in the evening, King Felipe and Queen Letizia will host a private dinner at El Pardo Palace. The Order of Charles III was established in 1771 and is traditionally given to political figures, heads of state and other government officials. The color of the Order of Charles III is restricted to 25 people, not including any members of the Spanish royal family who also hold the rank. This will be the second honor Princess Leonor has received from her father. Ahead of her 10th birthday in 2015, she became the 1201st Knight of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Compared to the other young heirs in Europe, Princess Leonor's 18th birthday will be a more low-key, more state-specific event than birthday gala.
Inés, ven, levantado.
Himno de la Academia General Militar. Seguidamente se va a proceder a recitar el artículo primero del Decálogo del Cadete. Este decálogo es un compendio en forma de 10 breves preceptos morales de las virtudes fundamentales sobre las que se asienta el espíritu de la General y que deben marcar la forma de proceder de los cadetes.
Caballeros y damas, alféreces cadetes. Caballeros y damas cadetes. De nuestro decálogo, artículo primero. De frente, ¡al! Al orden de línea. ¡Al!
Golden fleece. Compared to the other young heirs in Europe, Princess Leonor's 18th birthday will be a more low-key, more state-specific event than birthday gala, televised interviews and palace-sanctioned biographies. Prince Christian of Denmark turns 18 2 weeks before Princess Leonor, and his birthday will be marked by a gala dinner and a session of the Council of State where he will swear his oath to Denmark. As of 31st October, Princess Leonor will be able to take over, for her father should he be unable to carry out his duties without a regent appointed for her.
Para presenciar el desfile, se ruega se trasladen a los lugares acotados de la avenida principal de la Academia. Muchas gracias por su colaboración.
general del 4-7. Sí, está pintada el jefe. La pintada que nos han quitado la llave de aquí, nos hubiera quitado antes de que nos cierren. No voy a hacer luego eso.
who belong to the General, Quartermaster and Polytechnic Engineering Corps of the Army, as well as the Civil Guard. Hello and welcome to our channel, where we bring you the latest news and updates from around the world. Today we have a special report on a historic event that took place in Spain, where the Princess of Asturias, Princess Leonor, swore the flag, following the footsteps of her father, King Felipe. The Princess of Asturias is the heir to the Spanish throne and the eldest daughter of King Felipe and Queen Letizia. She is 17 years old and has been studying at the General Military Academy since August 17 as part of her military training. The General Military Academy is a prestigious institution that trains the future officers of the Army and the Civil Guard. On September 29, the Princess of Asturias participated in the ceremony of the flag oath, along with 560 other cadets who belong to the General, Quartermaster and